Hello, everybody. If anybody's out there, I'm going to be sewing New Look 6752 today. I guess the only way you can do YouTube, I thought you could do it sideways, but I guess not. So, but I am going to be sewing New Look 6752. Thought I'd hop on and start sewing. There's some type of challenge going on in on YouTube for live streams, so I thought I would, jump on. I see that there are 4 watching. Hello, hello, hello. So I've gone ahead and I've already cut out all my pieces. I'm actually going to be sewing view A. View A. I'm actually going to be making this for my daughter. 5 watching. Hello, hello. Show some love. Go ahead and speak. Say something. Hey, yay. But don't leave. Stay with me. That's what I'm sewing. The majority of this project, I guess I can, I'll be making on my lovely serger. My beautiful serger over here. Actually, let me go get the directions. I really don't need the directions. I really don't need the directions, but I'll go step by step. I've made this before, and if you know how to sew, it's really kind of self-explanatory, but it does start with the back. So I have my back in here. Hello to the 4 people who are watching now. So the reason why I'm making this again is because I like the way it came out, but it was something that I wanted to perfect on here. So that is what I'm doing today. I'm going to be remaking it. And again, the majority of this project can be made, if you've made this before, if you want to make it, the majority of it can be made on your serger, which is cool. And I'm actually using the fabric that I'm using, it's a jersey knit, but it's actually, it's brushed. It's called brushed jersey knit. And it's, it actually feels like velvet a little bit. I think the brushness gives it a little thickness, but it makes it feel a little bit more smoother, but it actually feels like a lightweight velvet. So this piece that I'm pinning together now, it's the back piece. I wish I was able to cut this on the fold, because I truly hate that. I hate that seam going down the back, because you really don't need that seam down the back for view A. For view B you do, because I believe you need a zipper for B. But I wish I would have cut that on the fold. But yeah, let's see. Who's ever out there, speak to me. Can you see, is there a clear view? From my view, it looks clear, but. And then I think you are using, for this, I think we're using a 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. That's what I need to check. Let's see. Let's see. 3/8 or 5/8. I think I want to stick with a edge finishing, neat and raw edges, hems and facing stitch. Let's see. I think I really want to stick with a 1/4 inch. Because I did the sizing on this based off my daughter's measurements, and the first one that I made was I think it was a little bit too form fitting. So I think I'm going to stick with a 1/4 inch seam allowance for this. So let me go ahead and change my seam allowance on my serger. I wish I could have some music playing, but I think YouTube bans you for playing music. Give me 1 second. All right. All right, so the first piece that I'm going to start sewing is, and I believe according to the directions, is the back. You're going to place the back right sides together, and we're going to sew that center back seam. And I am going to be using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I do believe this was 3/8 of an inch, but for some reason I don't see it on the directions, but I'm going to be using 1/4 inch seam allowance. Because I made this before, but it was it's just a little bit too snug, so I'm gonna make it again. I'm making this for my daughter, and it's a really easy sew. This is somewhat of a old pattern, so I thought I would pull it out of my stash and eventually sew it. All right, so I have my back. This is the back, center back seam. That's all sewn together. Next step is to sew the front, the 2 front pieces, connect them by the shoulder seams. So I have my right front and the left front. So one of the mistakes that I did make when I made it the first time, it's still wearable, but because the fabric that I have, you can't really tell the right side from the wrong side. So I think I took the right front and put it on the opposite side. So I'll make sure I get that right today. So this is the right front, and that means that this needs to go this way. Right front. Okay. And then I'm just going to connect these at the shoulder. Match these raw edges up. Hey, everybody out there. I see 6 people watching. So I am connecting the right front. So let me see. So if I flip that over, yep, this will be the right. Okay. So the right front, put that piece away. And then here is the left front. And that should go on like that. Yep. All right. God, I feel like I need some music playing. But I'm scared to even turn music on because I think that YouTube doesn't allow it. But when I'm watching other people's lives, I hear music playing in the background. I don't know if you have to make a disclaimer, but I know I made a video before with music playing in the background and they muted my video. So hey, I'm up to 7 people. Hey, 7 people out there. I am making New Look 6752. I'm kind of new to this live. I've only done believe one other live before. I'm trying to get a description in here. Oh. Oh, hey Alicia. Oh, okay, I see it now. You know what? I am I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm looking in the wrong place for comments. Hey Alicia. Girl, I'm trying new stuff. I'm trying to get out there. So I am making new look 6752. And let me see if I got this right this time. Yep, right front, left front. Okay. So if you've ever sewn this, if you come here after this live, and if you've ever sewn this before, I am deviating just a little bit. I'm deviating. So after the back is sewn and the fronts are sewn, they do something else. I like to put my sleeves on using the flat method. So I am going to put my sleeves on now. Find the sleeve pattern. Alicia, if you're still out there, do you know if you can play music on YouTube live? All right, so I'm using the flat method. So the flat method is, here is a front piece, here is a back piece. This is right in front of me, and this is what I teach my students, how to put the how to put a sleeve on using the flat method. You have your front, you're laying it flat. Here's the front piece, here's the back piece. It is facing right sides up, and you put, let me just put the snip right here for the shoulder point. Need some scissors. Snip that. I think I'm gonna keep that right there so y'all know what I'm sewing. All right, so flat method. Here's my single notch for the front. Here's the double notch over here for the back. My little notch right here. I am going to line that up, shoulder point to shoulder point, and pin. Jesus, I hope I put this on here right. Wait a minute. I did. I put that on there right. Okay. That's supposed to be my little notch right there. I don't know what happened right there. Underarm seam. Underarm seam over here. Jesus, I normally like to listen to music while I'm sewing. Okay, I'm up to 9 people watching. I'm feeling good. 9 people, say something. 9 watchers, say something. I'm sewing New Look 6752. View A. Oh, I'm up to 11 people. Uh-oh. 11 people. Y'all 11 people, say something. Or am I looking in the wrong spot? All right, so get ready to sew one sleeve on. I love a project where you can sew the majority of it using your serger, because this way you can sew and finish edges at the same time. Trying to get a sew in. I think I sew every day, but I'm trying to get some sewing in, more time in sewing. Trying to produce more content. Trying to get better with live YouTube. Look like this keep going in and out. Putting the second sleeve on. I hope I can finish this whole this bodysuit. It's like a really easy sew, and it doesn't take long to put together, so. Going to the other side. Okay, I'm back up to 7. 7 people. Tell me something, 7 people. Say something, 7 people. Who out there sews? All right. I want to hear some Mary J as I'm sewing. I'm scared to put some music on. All right, sleeve number 2 is on. All right. So I believe the next step is, so I have both my sleeves on. So I think the next step is to put on the neckband around here. Neckband all the way around. Let me just look at the directions real quick. 7 people. All right. So, bodysuit A, I stitched the back seams together. I've already done my arms. Stitch the right neckband 4 to left neckband 5 at the center back seam. Fold neckband in half lengthwise with wrong sides together, having raw edges even, and press. All right, so I am correct. We need to stitch the 4 and 5 together at center back seam. Center back seam is here. Right sides together. I think I did plug up my iron. Take this out. Right sides together. See, with this fabric, you really can't even tell what's the right or the wrong side, so, but that's okay. As long as I got these pieces on right, I'm good. This out the way. So the directions say, fold this in half, wrong sides together, and then press. So pin these together real quick so they'll stay together. And then I'll take it over to my pressing station. Oh, now I'm down to 2 people. 2 people, are you all? Oh, well, I'm up to 5 now. Wait a second now. Are you 5 people? Subscribe to my channel? Have you liked my channel? Oops. All right, so I'm gonna take this over to my pressing station and press it flat. I'll be right back. All right, so I want to look at my directions real quick. So the right neckband is 4. 4 is the longer one. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get that. I see a little hole right there. All right, that must be a notch. All right, so my right neckband is the longer side. All right, so So it says to stitch right neckband to left neckband at center back seam, fold the neckband in half lengthwise with wrong sides together, having raw edges even, press. Directions number 3 say from the outside, pin neckband to bodysuit, matching centers and large and small dots, placing inner small dots at shoulder seam, stitch, stretching band to fit. Stitch again 1/4 of an inch away from the first stitch within the seam allowance. All right. So, oh, that's what I want to look and see how this looks. Make sure, because, okay. All right. Okay, I'm up to 9 people. 9 people. Hello. Say hello. Um, Hey, Rox Mama. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. You finally caught me. How? Yes, you did. And there's something going on with this one. Hold on. So you could be on here with me. You could be on here. We could be doing a live together. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, this I'm gonna search this off. I think I sold it. I think I sold. I'm gonna search this off. Oh no, actually, I'm just gonna. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look at this. I don't know why. Okay. So it is right here. I'm going to. I don't think it looked like this before. That's not right. Okay, I'm just about to cut that off. What did I do wrong here? Oh, okay. Must have sewed the wrong ends together. So, Rock's mom, are you, how's sewing going? All right. So, I'm going to, this is my center back seam right here. I'm just going to match that up. This center back seam, and then we're going to pin in between. Pin there. I'm going to come on around to my left front. Then I'm just going to start pinning all the way around. So I'm like being really illegal right now sewing. I'm illegally sewing because I'm supposed to have, I don't have my little markers on here, like my little circles and things I'm supposed to match up. I'm just kind of freehand doing things. But when you've been sewing for a minute, you have that right. You can freehand some stuff. And it did say to stretch to fit, so and I had promised myself I was going to put the little circles, matching the circles up on this pattern, because there were some spaces that were kind of like, I saw gathers and I didn't like how that looked, so anytime you have, you're trying to fit a larger piece into a smaller piece, and you have the ripples right here, you see those like little ripples right there, those need to be on your feed dogs. They need to be face down on your feed dogs. And the reason is so that the feed dogs can flatten that for you. All right, so I got my neckband all on. I need to sew it on. Well, hey, P. Thomas L. Y'all so supportive. Tracy, how was your event? I know you were sick. Everything turned out right? Hopefully I won't have those gathers. I wish I would have brought the one that I made already. So, the neckband is on. Let me see. I'm gonna actually take this over to my pressing station and press it, because I do see some little, just a little gathers right there. But it does look much better than the one that I did before. So I'll be right back. Go press my neckband down. so. Yeah, that makes it look a lot better. And this is a little pet peeve of mine. That center back seam not matching up. Oh my God, that's gonna irritate the heck out of me. Hey, 4 watchers. All right, so what's next? I got my back sewn together, I got my sleeves on, I got my neckband on. Now it says press seam towards the bodysuit. I've done that. Fold right neckband down to expose seam allowances. With right sides together, pin the front back to the right front over right neckband, matching large. See, I didn't put my large or my small dots on here, but I'm okay. Having raw edges even, stitch seam below large dots, stitching over previous stitching. All right, so let's look at the illustration here. I'm just going to, okay. All right, I got it. See one of these numbers. I'm gonna fold this like this. Fold in the right over the left, like this. Just gonna temporarily pin this underarm over here. Working in a confined space here. I'm just gonna pin that temporarily. Uh-oh, something's not right. I think it's supposed to be like this. That, let's see. Okay. Okay, yeah, had it wrong. All right, so like that, and then this, like this. All right, and that's how we're gonna connect the front two pieces, the front pieces. All right. Right. Probably should have serged that. That would have looked much better. Yeah, I think I want to serge that. Keep it uniform. Yeah, I want to serge that. Pretty on the inside. Gotta keep it pretty on the inside. All right. So we're gonna fold the right over like this. And then fold the left. You see me developing? Mm-hmm. And this over here. should have plugged up my little iron over here so I don't have to keep getting up. Making a bodysuit for Amina, for baby girl. Okay. This is 2.1, 2.2.0. I made it once. So let me see how it looks from the front. Okay. So that's how we're going to connect the front. So this part, I can't serge. I'm going to have to take this over to my sewing machine. And stitch this down. Let's see how they got this. For pressing towards bodysuit, pressing out band. With right sides together, pin left front to right front. Okay, got that. Matching large. Okay. Stitch seam below dark, stitching over previous stitches. Okay. So that has to be, we have to come in from the front and stitch that down. Hey, Mighty Soul. Hey, girl, hey. I've been watching you. We got to team up. We have to team up. We got to support one another. I hope that's the message that you got when I made a post. I commented on your, I think you were doing a live. We small YouTubers have to support one another. We have to support one another. Support each other. All right, so I am going to turn my back and stitch this down. And I really need to, oh my God, I gotta change my pins again because now they're in the wrong direction. All right, do this. So here's what I'm sewing. New Look 6752. What I'm doing now is sewing, I'm connecting the fronts. Put another pin right here. And then take this over to my machine. I'm already threaded up. I'm gonna turn my back real quick. And stitch this down. All right, so I swear it's always something going on with my Juki. Okay. Those are not the best stitches. Okay, so let's see how this looks now. Take this pin out. Take this pin out. All right. We need to take those out because I need to get a little bit closer. Actually, I should have stitched in the ditch. I don't know what happened right there. I think I will. That's not cute. That top stitching doesn't look good. Where is my... I need to get my good nippers. Okay. Don't you hate when this happens? Actually, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stitch in the ditch and then just take those out later. Just to keep it together. So I'm gonna turn my back one more time. Right. Okay, I'll fix that. All right, so now it's time to sew the side seams. It's time to sew the sides. So I'm gonna turn this wrong sides out so that I can get right sides together. And I'm just gonna go from the wrist all the way down to the side seam. Now I love stretchy fabrics, but this jersey knit, it can be so, see how it curls up? But that's why I like using a serger with this. I know, Mighty So, you had asked in my last video, I saw you had a serger. You were asking what machine this was. This is an industrial machine, an industrial serger. I do have, I think I saw you had the Brother. I have that machine. I actually, it was my first serger. And I call myself upgrading to another serger. Actually, yeah, I just have it sitting over there in the window. as decoration, mainly because I don't want my students to sew on it. But I upgraded, called myself upgrading, didn't like that serger. It was a Singer 5 stitch type of machine, and it still works, and it's actually sitting in my window over there as decoration as well. And then I ended up buying the Brother again. I sold my very first one, and then got the industrial one. Then ended up buying the Brother again. Then I bought a Juki one, and sure enough, I let one of my students who showed me she could sew, but she was, you know, responsible, but she liked to sew fast. And she was going to town, and I told her, I said, don't sew so fast on it. And yep, she broke the looper. But I bought a piece for it. I wasn't going to send it to get fixed because I tried to fix my own machines, and it was just the looper. And I bought the part last year, but never put it on. So it's just sitting there waiting to be fixed. So I actually want to do a tutorial on that, because I know I'm not the only one whose lower looper has broken. I refuse to send it out to be serviced when the part only cost, I think it was like $15. But you know how that goes. They want to charge you $200 and $300 to fix your machine. So I think I know enough about sewing machines and their parts to try to figure it out. So already this is coming out better than the first one that I made. So that is all right. So let me sew the other side seam from the wrist all the way down. Then I'm almost done. I gotta put the elastic in the leg. I gotta put the crotch in, the elastic in the leg openings. And I'll be done. And then these have snaps. This calls for snaps down there. But I was looking at the back of what you needed, and it didn't even mention the snaps. It only mentions the snaps in the directions. So let's see, how long have I been? I've been on here for an hour. Is this a 2-hour sew in the evening? This is a 2-hour sew. It may take me 2 hours, I'm not sure. Heck, it's pinning takes the longest. Partially because this knit, it curls up on you, so gotta make sure it's let me see. I don't know what happened with my other one that I made. Let's see. Because I remember I was having some problems on the side seams. And it was gathering, so this is coming out a little bit. This is coming out much better. It's always good to do a muslin first. It's always best to do a muslin first. But it's like, who really has time to do that? All right. But it's worth it. So if you're beginning to sew, it's always good to do a muslin first. That way you can figure out whatever fit issues you may have and you can adjust. Yeah, so if I would have just used my sewing machine on this would have taken me much longer because I most definitely would have wanted it to be serged. That means that you have to sew first and serge the edges. But then if you don't have a serger, you could use your zigzag stitch or that they call it the lightning bolt stitch because this is a really stretchy fabric, but I don't like that. I don't like that lightning bolt stitch. It wears my, if I'm ever using it, it wears my thread. It makes my thread thin. So, and plus it's ugly. It's not cute. It's not a cute stitch. All right, so here we are. I'm gonna have to do that over. And I'm gonna have to go over that again. But I really like the feeling of this this jersey knit, this brushed jersey knit. It's actually it's like it adds a layer of warmth because it feels like velvet. So here we are. Then I have to take those out. All right, so the next step is, I believe, is to add the gusset. All right, so I already did that. Stitched the side seams together at sides, stitched the front and the back at side seams, did that. So with right sides together, we're gonna pin the crotch lining to front, matching center front, and having raw edges even, stitch notch edges together, trim. All right, so we're gonna take our gusset piece. I only have to cut one of those. And it's said to right sides together. Matching your notches. Here's your notches. Here's the notches. And then we are going to, and that was to the front piece. Yep. Okay. All right, so it says to, now with right sides, okay, so with right sides together, pin crotch lining to front, match center front, and having raw edges, okay. Turn lining to inside, press, base raw edges together. All right, so here's the front. So the right sides together. It says turn it to the wrong side. Let me take this over here and press it real quick. All right. So here's the front. Turn it in, and then it says baste these together. Oh, what I wanted to do was serge this little crotch area right here. All right, turn that under like that. Turn it to the wrong side, and then the directions say to baste this together. All right, so I'm gonna turn my back on you, and I'm just going to baste the crotch down. All right. All right. I'm down to 3 people. Come on, y'all. Come on, come on, come on. All right. So, did that. Oops. See, something's wrong with my straight stitch machine. All right. So, yep. Just rip that completely out. All right. So there we go. All right, so the next step is we are to cut 2 pieces of elastic, the length of each leg elastic guide, which is number 7 on the inside. Pin it, pin elastic to the leg, to the edge, pin elastic to leg edge with edges even. Stitch using a zigzag or an overlock. So, got some elastic. Here's my piece 7 right here. Cut 2 pieces the length of this. All right, I need 2 pieces. All right. So now it's time to add this elastic. So yeah, so now I'm working on the leg. I'm adding the elastic in the leg opening. All right, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Rox Mama. All right, so I'll pin the elastic to the inside. Oh, hold on. I know it said something about sides together, pin crotch lining to 6. Okay, otherwise just stitch notch edges and turn lining to inside press, space my edges together. All right, so I don't know, I don't see the directions telling you to do this, but here, let me serge this. This is the back right here, the back part of the leotard, but I want to serge that to give it a finished. And then I see in the illustration that it's turned up, like so. I'm just going to stick a pin here. All right. And so what I'm doing now is putting the elastic on the inside, and I am going to serge it down. See, so the majority of this project, you can use your serger, which is great. I love those type of projects. Yeah, this seemed kind of long for this. Oh, no, not really. All right, so when you're serging, when you're sewing elastic to like underwear or leg openings to this leotard, you are going to slightly give it some tension. So as you sew this, you're just going to be pulling just a little bit. So the good part about this is, again, I can use my serger for this. It's gonna, oh, but I have to, so if you're using your serger for this, disengage your knife on your serger, because you don't want to cut the, you don't want the elastic to be cut. So you don't want to cut the elastic. So on this industrial machine, I can't disengage my knife. I can't like lift it up and get, you know, like on a regular home machine. So I just have to make it so it's not cutting. So I'm just gonna pull just a little bit as I'm just so it can gather just a little bit. So it is cutting the edge just a little bit as it's finishing it, but you'll see I have my elastic over just a little bit. I don't have my elastic flush up against the edge, so it is trimming it just a little bit. All right, so see how good that looks. Cut that off, and then let's do the other side. And then the next step after this is we're gonna fold it over, and then I have to sew the elastic down with my straight stitch machine. I am almost almost done. So again, if you're using a serger, I am not taking my elastic and putting it flush up against the edge. I cannot disengage my knife on my machine, so it is cutting just a little bit. But the thing is that you don't want your serger cutting the elastic, so. When I see my daughter today, she will have a new, she'll have a new item that her mother made for her. The life of a child whose mother sews. I'm always taking measurements. I'm always try something on. I'm always making something for her. Oops. I'm always trying to find a need that I can solve, sewing related. Slightly pulling. We are almost headed toward the finish line. All right, so see how that looks. You got your crotch, that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn this over like that. And I'm going to take this, fold it over, pin, and then I'm going to have to take it to my straight stitch machine and sew it down. And then after that, only thing we have left to do is sew the snaps on. Fold that over. And I think I'm gonna have to go to my my other machine and sew this down because my my industrial machine is sewing kind of wonky. I don't know what's going on, but it's sewing. The stitches are not good, so I have to see what's going on with that. So instead of me turning my back on you, I'm going to get up and go to another machine. from my Singer Heavy Duty. Now I have a cover stitch machine. I could use a cover stitch machine, but I don't feel like threading it. Although it's not hard to thread, but I don't feel like it. All right. So I'm gonna get up real quick and I'm going to go and top stitch this. It's gonna take me a hot minute. Minute. I'm all threaded up now. Almost done. All right, so that is done. All right, so the only thing left to do, so I'm gonna also, let me get these little, I didn't realize I had white thread in my bobbin, but that's okay. All right. So I should have sewed that down. So the last thing to do is to sew the snaps on. I'm gonna have to fix that. I can fix that later. But yeah, this came out so much better. Get these little stitches out. Give that a good press. All right, so take these basting stitches out down here. All right. All right, so the next step is, next and last step, not really the last step, because the last step I'm going to have to hem the wrist area. And let me go get my snaps. So, no, I'm not going to use those. So I have, oops, these snaps. I'm using these sew-on snaps, size T. Size T. All right. And let me get my needle. And let me thread up my needle. Oops. All right, so let's see, these go on like that. So I am going to put the female, yeah, I'm gonna put the female one back here. Really want to close this up. I don't really want snaps. You can actually just step into it. I know this isn't the best way. I know it should be on a thicker, should be on this fold. So I'm just sewing doing a couple of stitches. And then I'm just doing a couple of stitches in each one of the holes here. And then I'm gonna knot. Oops. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna knot. Hour and a half. All right. And then that does go in there like that. Okay. Take the other one. Put it right there. Darn it. It always happens. Okay. Almost done. think these might be a little bit too bulky. But we'll see. I don't really like these snaps on here anyway, so wonder am I froze? I think I might be frozen. I don't know. Hopefully not. So yeah, I just hate the way that looks. All right, so that's how the snaps should go on, like that. And so that one. Not really feeling these snaps, but I'm just gonna go with it for now. Who finds hand sewing therapeutic? I do. When I made my first prom dress, it was a lot of hand sewing. It was a lot of hand sewing, so it was really therapeutic. All right, one more to go. These just don't seem secure, but like I said, I'll do this for now, and we'll see. All right, I'm on my last one, and I am going to be done. For some reason or another, I feel like I'm frozen because I'm watching myself do this, and I'm froze. Looks like I'm frozen on one end, but on another end I'm not. So, all right, so that's done. I'll do all my little touch-ups later. Well, let's see. That's that. That's that. All right, so I am all done. I just need to go ahead and press this so these are not curling up. And that is it, y'all. That is New Look 6752. This is an older pattern. I've had it for such a long time. Finally got a chance to make it. Glad I was able to sew it with you all, the few of you all that I don't know if some of you all hung in with me, some of you didn't. I don't know, but I appreciate it. All who've joined. So that ends, this is about to end my live. Thank you all. I got a few little touch-ups to do on this, but thank you all for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do all that good stuff. Appreciate it. And I'll see you all in my next video. Peace. If I can get out of here.